Alright, what's happening everybody? In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to install the Snailfly Running Board Steps on a 2025 Bronco. Now these steps can be found on Amazon, and I'll put the link down in the description below. These steps are pretty easy to install, and you can do it without drilling or modifying the Bronco, and they're pretty easy. So you'll need a few tools to install these. You will need a torque wrench, a metric socket set, and a Phillips screwdriver. Now to install these, it's pretty simple. The kit comes with 6 brackets, 3 per each side, and the front bracket is the little bit of a different one. This one is straight. It doesn't have an elbow like the back 2 brackets. So the back 2 brackets on both sides have the elbow, the front one does not. And the kit comes with all the bolts needed. It comes with everything you need. You don't have to drill, you don't have to mess around with anything like that. Now these bolts are perfect to install. These are 14mm, by the way. So once you get up under here, underneath your car, you'll see there's already mounting spots for it, pretty much. Already nuts welded in the chassis. And you take the bracket, you hold it up right there, and you put your bolts in. And that is the same procedure for these other elbow brackets, even though they're a little bit different of a mounting area, as you can see, but same procedure. Same procedure for the back one too. Just put them on there and mount them up. Now each bracket takes 2 bolts, total of 6 on each side, and you want to leave these a little loose because you might have to adjust them once you get the board on, and then afterwards you're going to go around and torque it all down and make sure everything's tight. Alright, so I'm going to throw these on and I'll get right back to you guys. Okay, so now once you got the brackets on, you can take the steps out of the box, and they are labeled also, by the way, right rear, right front, and the little plastic end clips are also labeled right rear and right front. Now make sure to put these on before you do anything else after you put the brackets on, because they are kind of a pain to put them on once you get the board mounted onto the brackets. Now after I put them on, I'll show you guys how to get the board ready to be mounted. Okay, so those little plastic end clips are pretty easy to put on. They just pretty much slide over, and they're labeled on each side, the front and back. And they take 3 screws, 1 on the bottom and 2 on the back, and that goes for the front and back. Okay, so now I'm going to be showing you guys how to get this thing prepped and ready to be put onto the mounting brackets. Now you have to break all these bolts loose pretty much, and they're actually nuts. And what it is these bolts slide in and out of here, this rail, and the nuts is pretty much what holds them on. So you got to take all the nuts off, and they are a 12mm. Take them all off, take the washers off, and then I will show you guys how to position them to get them ready to slide over the mounts. Alright, so now once you got the nuts off, you want to position the bolts in the general area of where they're going to be on the mounting bracket. So I have them set here pretty much in the general area where they're going to be mounted on. Now they take 4 per bracket, so have 3 groups of 4 pretty much, and then I'll show you guys the trick to getting them on in a second here. Okay, so now I'm going to pick up the running board itself, and then I'm going to set it very gently on top of the brackets. Now the stuff isn't going to line up just yet because I need to get under there and line them up. So for the front ones, I actually got one to line up there. Let me angle the camera. Actually, you can see it. Just like that. So those line up, we lift it up, get that line up, and then you're going to pretty much do that all the way down. Start at one end and work your way down, and be careful because they might pop out, and make sure to watch your paint on your car. And I'll show you guys once I get them all mounted in place. Okay, so now I got all the holes lined up with the bolts, and now I'm going to position the running board to however I want to put it. Now the other side, I liked it where the front was right here on the body, and the back is about an inch away from that little plastic piece there. Now I liked it to ride right there because it just seemed to make the most sense to me. You can move it however you want, if you want to have it farther back or farther forward a few inches, but make sure you have clearance of your tires. And make sure to do both sides the same, or it's going to look funny. So now what you want to do is you grab your nuts and your washers, and you pretty much just put them on. So let me set up the camera here. and I'll show you guys. You go on each one and put your washer and your nut on, and repeat the whole process throughout. Okay, so now once you got all the nuts on, it is your time for your final adjustment before you tighten them down. Now that means your final adjustment forward and back and in and out. Now it gives you a little bit of leeway to come in and out to pretty much space it out. It's not much adjustment to have them, you know, come out really far. It's basically to get them even on both sides. So make sure you get it even on both sides. You know, basically make sure it's good here, in the middle, and in the back. And your reveal is about the same all the way across here. And however you want to put it, forward, back, your reveal is about the same as well. Now once you've got it to where you want it, tighten those down. Not too tight because they will break. So get them snug and a little more than snug. Make sure you feel it. Do not go too tight. They will break. Now, they don't give you any torque spec on those, but they do tell you 18 foot-pounds on the brackets. So now once you got this all set up, it's time to torque the brackets down. So take your torque wrench, your 14 millimeter, and go and torque the brackets down to 18 foot-pounds, and then you're done. Okay, and just like that, you're done. Repeat the process on the other side, and then you'll have running boards on your Bronco. Now make sure to go back and make sure everything is tight. Torque the mounting brackets to the chassis at 18 foot-pounds. Now that is the two 14 millimeter bolts that mount into the chassis. And on these, make sure you do not tighten them too tight. Get them snug and a little more than snug, but do not torque on them. They will break. So, just like that, your running boards are on. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.